Good morning, everybody. How is everyone this morning? Let me get up to the top of the list. Hi, Texas. Hi, Holly and Erwin. Erwin, I hope he feels better. Wonder if it's from his shots. Good morning, Gail. Good morning, Christina and Brandy. Good morning, PR. Good morning, Six. How is everybody this morning? I don't know what is going on with my chat on screen, but it's really bothersome. Hang on, because I gotta try to fix that. All right, let's see if that does anything. Yay, turkey puppy. Oh my goodness, y'all. Okay, so I have, of course I have Foodie's, vlog up for us. And then, I started following Fork Sniffers Anonymous on Twitter. And oh my gosh, I got lost in the timeline, and they're really good. So I have a video that they put on and some tweets that is really, really interesting. Oh, you're trying to do laundry with a baby in a sling. Us moms have to learn to multitask, huh? One on the hip. So yeah, that is really interesting. Do you follow them? It's all kind of like about body analysis, you know, how they interact with each other. It's really interesting. I thought it was really good. Let me get here. I will post their Twitter. There is their Twitter if anybody wants to follow them on Twitter. Good morning, Shauna. Everybody got their coffee this morning? Did you grab breakfast on your way in? Yeah, they were. I was in Rose's last night. I wasn't chatting, but I was watching. Texas, I'm with you. Let me have my coffee and my breakfast and wake up. Really? He'd get it too. You know? I mean, like with Squirrel World, it doesn't just unfold on YouTube. It unfolds also on Twitter. Yeah, I don't think it would be surprising either, Texas. So what are you all drinking this morning? I have anxiety this morning, so I just have decaf and some peppermint chocolate creamer. Six. He probably has money that he could build a nice mansion there, right? Yeah, it's 7:30. PR, you're in PA too? We probably discussed this already. You know my memory. Yeah, it's 7:30 for me. Mio Energy. I had my stock iced coffee with almond milk and brown sugar cinnamon. Ooh. I always buy, my daughter loves those toaster strudels. And so when I was buying them this past grocery trip, I saw they had brown sugar and cinnamon toaster strudels now. So I bought them, and I don't usually eat the toaster strudels. I buy them for her. But I grabbed two of the brown sugar and cinnamon ones this morning. So we'll see how those taste. Is that an energy drink, Texas? See, I don't like any of the energy drinks. My kids try to get me to taste different ones all the time, and all of them are so, like, I don't know what it is. They're so strong. PR good. I always feel so bad. I don't want people to think I'm not listening or I don't care. If I don't write it down, it's gone. Doesn't it sound good? I've never seen. They could have been out for a long time, but I always buy strawberry because that's what she's like, or that's what she likes. And I just saw the brown sugar and cinnamon, and I was like, oh no, I can't do full leaded coffee. It really depends on how I feel day to day. But if my anxiety isn't up, then I can usually do the half caffeinated coffee. But that's about as far as I can go. Salted caramel syrup. My son and my daughter-in-law were doing the salted caramel for a little while. Now they're trying hard to stick to a healthier lifestyle because my poor son, we don't know how or why, and even his specialist doesn't know why, but he's only 25 and he has non-alcohol fatty liver. So it literally, PR, if I drink fully caffeinated coffee, and I don't know why, but for some reason, coffee in particular, like I can drink a pop with caffeine and I'm okay. But the full coffee, I will be like short of breath all day long and my heart pounding out of my chest and can't sit still, and it's not fun. That's exactly how I am, Brandy. Lemon ice water all day long. And I'm so funny because I'm like an addict with my water. If we start getting low on bottled water or we start getting low on lemon juice or ice, I panic. Don't let me run out of anything so that I can have my my lemon iced water. Good morning, Dan. Just pop a couple of Delta 8s. Yeah, she doesn't do Delta 8s though. Is Delta 8 legal there, Texas? Good morning, Val. You had 5 cups of coffee and see, that's me. I nurse it. Like it takes me a long time to finish my coffee, but I grab like a big stainless steel mug of it, and then it takes me a couple hours to get through it. But the Delta 8s work, PR. I mean, I get medical marijuana, but I had bought Delta 8 for my husband, and I tried one of the edibles the one night, and they work. And I'm someone that, smokes weed regularly. So, well, I don't smoke flower. I do the vapes. I don't like flower. Yes, and they have Delta 9. And there's like a lot of different strains of it too. I was surprised because when I went to buy his Delta 8, you can still get hybrids and indicas and sativas, and I was surprised. Yes, Brandy. Like I seriously panic. I about spazzed on my husband the other day because we used to buy like the single little bottles of water, like cases of that. But I drink so much water that now I buy the gallons. And I caught him giving the dog one of my gallons of water. And I was like, what are you doing? Good morning, Moonface. Good morning, Tendies. Good morning, Lisa. It can be pricey. It's just as expensive, if not more expensive, than marijuana. Delta 8 it's derived, I believe, from hemp. It's got a very low amount of THC in it, so that's why it's legal in almost all. It was legal in all 50 states, but some of the states are cracking down on it. But that's why it's legal almost everywhere, because the amount of THC in it is so low. We have thought about it, yeah, but we're way out in the country, and I don't know if they'd even come out here. Good morning, Val. It seems like it's going to be a nice day, Val. I thought it was going to be cold, but I have my window open in my office and I'm not freezing. On his way over, he says, how's the lemon juice looking? See, I'm usually pretty good about stocking up on my lemon juice and my water, but if he starts giving the water to the dogs, like my bottled water to the dogs, then we have issues. But the thing that I run out of the most is ice, because we're on well water, so I don't want to make ice out of the well water. That's like Greek to me, Bella. I have no idea what that is. Oh, okay, PR. Maybe I should, yeah. He wants to get like some sort of filtration system for the well. I don't know. I still don't trust drinking well water though. So I'm going to start with fork sniffers thing. This was really, really interesting to me, guys. So it's this one right here. So it says, okay, so Twitter only gives me 10 minutes for video, so we are going to have to do a thread. Remember, analysis works for understanding a person's frame of mind at the moment. I want one. I just have not had the money to get one, but I want one, Room. Good morning. He bought me a fridge with an ice maker, but we can't hook it up, so I fill up my ice maker by hand every trip to the kitchen. Yeah, we had we got a new fridge last year, but the fridge we had before this one had the ice maker in it, but it's such a pain to get it hooked up in our house because you have to run a new water line, blah blah blah. So when we got our new fridge, I was like, there's no sense getting, an ice maker or water in it because I won't drink the well water, and you can't hook up the ice maker, and I would have to, it'd just be a lot of money because we'd have to have it, all set up different and then get like a filtration system for the well and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, we buy bagged ice, Texas. Yes. I bought my son one for Christmas a few years back, the countertop ice maker. Actually, now that you say that, I haven't seen it. I wonder what he did with it. I should get that one off of him. I got a GE Opal. They're a nightmare to clean and have a lot of problems. The generic nugget ice makers are probably better. Yeah, when he had the little, countertop ice maker, it produced quite a bit of ice. I was surprised. Crunchy ice makers. Is that like the ice from like, what's it called? Sonic? Oh, I did not realize. In fact, I need to do that here. When I was in North Carolina, one of you guys told me on my stream that you can go to Sonic and buy their ice bagged. So I did that when I was at my son's. It's so funny because every time I'm visiting him, he laughs at me because I buy a big bottle of lemon water every time, or not lemon water, lemon juice every time I'm there. Hi, Grateful. And, I love their ice, Room. Yeah, giant one. I would love it. I would be in my glory, painfully realistic. I so would. Hi, Live Chill. I need more than that as far as I drink it constantly. I have one of those like big stainless steel mugs with like the top and the straw, and I probably fill that probably 4 times a day. I don't know why it cuts off the longer messages like that. I hate that. One day I will have it all figured out. Yeah, that's how it is here. They sell it, pretty much everywhere. Even like Family Dollar and Dollar General sell ice. Okay, we'll go back to this. So remember, analysis works for understanding a person's frame of mind at the moment. Whenever we see the two of them together, he shifts his position in what's called ventral denial. Humans are one of the few species on the planet that expose all of our vital organs right in the front of us. To turn outwards and away from a person implies mistrust or discomfort. When we are fully engaged in a conversation and like the person, we face them head on. Oh, that's a good idea, Live Chill Life. We used to have like, the cats had their bowls and the dogs had their bowls, but the cats never would drink water out of their own bowls. They would always go to the dog's bowl of water. So now we just put like a big stainless steel bowl out and they all kind of share the same bowl. You can see the ventral denial here again. So they're showing how he's always kind of pointed away from her, kind of like, got her to the side. What also stands out is the pronounced furrow of his brow. This is something we do when we are focused, confused, or concentrating. It feels weird to see him doing that here. It does. He is a cute man, though. This comes as no surprise to anyone, but there is not genuine care or trust exchanged in the small clips I have reviewed. My congratulations is extended to the newlyweds. So, wait a minute, where's the video? Video must be on a different one. Hold on, guys. I thought the video was in this one. Room. That's funny. Where is this video? I'm gonna be upset now if I can't find it. Okay, here it is, I believe. Yep. Alright. Here we go, guys.
I'll be as sweet as pie tomorrow? Oh, you know it. You know I'm gonna manipulate the fuck out of you. And you're gonna eat it up and you're gonna watch me.
She did in a community post. She didn't say it in the vlog that they did showing off their rings, but she did say it in a community post. Hold on, guys. Let me pause this and realign it.
I also called Gary a redneck hick in his chat. Because he's rude. Katrina, you didn't get a notification? I haven't even been live. What are you doing?
Good morning, Annalyn. Good morning, Cakes. Good morning, E. I enjoyed Rose's stream last night. Good morning, Boo Boo.
سنعود بعد قليل. Hi, Nut Salsa. I love the stream name Nut Salsa. That's good. Okay. That was that. I find him so interesting. Because I don't see any. I felt like her and SGM were more comfortable together than these two are. And there was no romantic, you could tell there was no romantic connection with her and SGM, and I don't see a romantic connection with these two either. I don't usually watch Rose Brandy, but last night I went in her chat, and I don't know, she just seemed more, more talkative and stuff to me last night, and I enjoyed the stream. I don't really like the cards, the tarot cards. I don't believe in those. I don't know how you can predict something from a card, but it was interesting. And it'll be interesting to see, what might be right and what might be wrong. Okay, Gail. Sweet dreams. Have a good day. Spit sharing is better proof than a wedding video. Hi, Willie. Good afternoon. Yeah, it was interesting to me, PR, because I could see where some of the stuff, but also I found some of the stuff contradictory. But that's just me. I'm just not, I just am not into the whole cards thing. But I will watch sometimes because sometimes they can be interesting. Oh, really, Room? See, I've never seen her get like that, but like I said, I don't really watch her often. I love Kaya. That's salsa. I love it. All right, you guys want to watch her vlog? Ooh, hail. Thank you, Brandy. Thank you very much for the super sticker. Yeah, I love Kaya. Anybody, I keep asking, I know, but has anybody seen Lynn anywhere? Have we spotted Lynn?
Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today's video is
Yeah,
just going to be me
nationality and income,
and
exactly.
of course some Caesar juice, which is my favorite orange and carrot juice from here. It's so good.
Hold on, I want to read this. Good morning, Jessica. I had a reading the other night by Rambling Mike. My dad passed recently, and I wanted some guidance. My reading was pretty amazing. Oh, beautiful cards talking about healing and nature, which Dad loved. Oh, I'm glad that gave you some peace, Jessica. I lost my dad like 6 years ago, and I've told this before, but I tend to get visions when a loved one passes, almost like reassurance, that they're okay. And it happens every time I lose like a family member. The only time it didn't happen was with my dad, and it eats me up constantly. And I've been told that it's because it was too close, other family members, it was like grandparents and stuff like that. So you are not green, Willie. Willie lost his green.
Yeah. All right. I need a beverage while I'm going to talk because I'm going to be talking in this video. It's a sit down and talk video. I want to do a series of videos where I'm just talking about things that I know you guys would want to know about, specifically pertaining to this travel journey, because I do see a lot of comments, people wondering, being my size, as big as I am, how did you travel to the Middle East? Especially to one of the hottest places on the planet.
It probably
Kuwait.
didn't renew, Willie.
If you've watched my channel, you've been with me for a while.
Did you
You've
do
seen
your
my
membership on your own,
past
or did you get
videos.
gifted?
You've seen my life up until now. So especially somebody like me, it's very shocking for someone like me to do something like that. I just want to say that I think this is a lesson that I don't think that people really understand, that what people show you online is just what they show you online. I don't think that people really understand fully everything that's going on inside of me. And you're not meant to. These are things that I keep personal in my life.
Hi, Ghoul. Ghoul.
And
you
there
got
are,
the
I
axe
have
and
shared a
mess
lot of things
jams
with you guys.
yesterday.
Yes.
I saw that. I was like, no, Ghoul. Yeah, hers are off. Good morning, Kat. I don't know. Rose did make a good point last night. She's out here stalking reaction channels and leaving nasty comments under false, names and stuff. And yet nobody can say anything to her because she has comments turned off everywhere. Both accounts, school. Oh no. Oh, okay, Annalyn. Did I say a good morning to you, Annalyn?
Very,
morning,
very
Annalyn.
open. I'm going to be open to what I feel comfortable with being open with. So anyway, my point with all that was...
the one that I saw, I didn't even think was a horrible comment, Ghoul, when you got yeeted the one time. I don't know. I can't remember which account or whatever, but I was in there when you got it the one time.
I think that people don't really fully know me. They don't really know that I have this...
Yes, I was wondering that too. Like, where is she in this video? Because it doesn't look, she acted like he had money and he has a really nice place and blah, 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 blah. I don't think at a hotel that the TV would be like mounted like that and the wires, showing and all that. I don't know though. Maybe I'm wrong.
Sense of burning desire to just sometimes experience life in a way I never thought that I would ever do it. And that's how I like to live my life, kind of spontaneously, just, you know, just
Good
crazy
morning,
life.
Cowboy.
I love
Good
it.
morning,
I love having a
Carlotta.
crazy life. All right. So this part one,
Yeah,
or
she
episode
used
one,
to be this. She
is
used to
going
be
to
that,
be
Carlotta.
talking about my experience with the actual traveling as an obese person, or overweight person, and anything from how I handled the heat, the seats, and just all of the extra activity.
Good morning, Stacey.
Basically, again, if you're kind of new here, or just a reminder, I'm a person who
Bella.
has come from a very
I
sedentary
thought he was
lifestyle.
going to send her first
I'm
class.
from
Remember?
Canada, and I'm not a person who loves the heat. I'm not a person who loves activity and all of those things that I have to do here. But I am a person who does love to challenge myself when I feel the time is right.
Good morning, Kara.
I have done that in my past, and I'll get into that now. So just a bit of a history with flying. I know that flying fat is a huge topic for people who are overweight. It's a big anxiety. Traveling when you're overweight,
I don't know if she was talking
doing anything
to him
when
yet.
you're
If she wasn't talking to him
excessively
yet,
overweight,
it literally was a day or
is
two later.
extremely difficult for a lot of people, including myself. And it makes traveling extra difficult, of course. I first went on an airplane when I was 10, and I was a pretty chubby kid, but I don't really remember the experience other than just my ears being blocked and my mom giving me chewing gum and insisting, chew gum, your ears won't pop. Sorry, I talk a lot with my hands.
Please
I know.
join us.
I'm very, very happy, and I really love this
silly.
Arabian gold. Just putting that out there. Yes, I'm showing off my ring. I was 10, and we were going to Florida because of my...
Yes, I'm showing off my ring. If you want to look at it and you're so obsessed with it, so look at it. You don't have to show us every time. Just look down at your hand, Chantal. Subtleties. You need to learn subtleties, girl.
Grandfather who resides in Florida. And that's all I remember about the flight. I wasn't terribly nervous. Now, fast forward to about 2001, I had traveled around Canada in a program called Katimavik, which was funded by the Canadian government. At the time, they would pay for youth to get out of their house and experience Canada, do something different, do some volunteer work. So I would volunteer 40 hours a week, actually.
Good morning, child.
And I remember purposely pushing myself to do this. No one in my family believed that I would go
boring.
For 7
All
months,
of them
travel
since
around
she's
Canada
gotten there
as a
have been boring,
17-year-old.
Stacey, I think.
Alone. I was homesick at first. I do have some series on that on my channel.
Yeah, I don't like
some
the
videos.
ring. I mean, to each their own. But...
That was the second time I had to use an airplane a couple of times, and it was a small plane. I remember that. I was 200 pounds, Ronnie. I think approximately 200 pounds at the time. Now, I don't remember feeling much anxiety about flying or about the seatbelt or anything like that. 200 pounds is still not terribly super obese to the point where you won't fit on a plane or you fear that you won't fit in public transportation. And actually, that brings me to my point where you don't actually worry about fitting anywhere until it actually happens, that dreadful, embarrassing moment. Sorry, I need some juice. The juice and the pickles here, top notch. So over the years, my weight increased. Increased over the years, and it got to the weight that it was, which was very excessive, especially for health and everything else like that. You guys know I'm a person who's all about body positivity, loving who you are regardless of your shape, size, whatever. But when it comes to damaging your health, that's a bit of a different issue for me. But regardless, I do still think that people, while they're dealing with their health issues, have a right to be comfortable and happy traveling and living life and not feeling like a complete outcast. But
Morning, Goblin.
I did travel to Cuba. That was the first trip in April where I was feeling some anxiety. Okay, I'm going to say I was as terrified as I've probably been thinking about a flight. I was, you know, I would, in preparation, I would like obsessively just look for seats that, you know, maybe a window seat, maybe at the back, no one will sit beside me.
Yes, Bella, that I was going to say that too. Like, I'm 5'9", 200 pounds for me and 200 pounds for her at 5'2" is a huge, huge difference.
You know, am I going to have to buy 2 seats? Just all these anxieties were flooding in my brain. I'm getting at people were, you need 2 seats. You need 2 seats. Don't put yourself on someone else. Don't take up space. Don't take up space. No, I'm going to tell you, never be afraid to take up space. Take up space. All right. Enough. However,
yes, this is her channel, Texas.
When I got on the plane, for Cuba, the Sunwing plane, I did do a video on that, but it was just, that was my first experience. I think that broke the ice for me, and I kind of expected all economy seats to be kind of similar standard size. Now, I'm an apple shape, so from the side I'm more larger than wide like this. I don't have very wide hips, so I carry most of my weight in my abdomen. Therefore, I was able to fit in the seat all right. It was a little snug, but it wasn't uncomfortable. It wasn't digging in. However, I did need a seatbelt extender because the seatbelt was like coming like this. You know, I needed that extra space. So I had the seatbelt extender, and they were very nice. I just asked the flight attendant. Now, those are things that if you are embarrassed to do, because people did look at me, like literally the plane was like already filling up.
You're a tiny little thing.
The stewardess was kind of like busy a little bit, and I had to just kind of like say, hey, can I have a seatbelt extender? And everyone watched me ask her, like everyone. So, and
it is kind of true. She's not wide from side to side. She's wide from front to back. She's very strangely proportioned.
And that to me, honestly, I guess I'm just lucky. I just don't place. I've learned over the years, I guess it's taken a bit of mental work, I guess, but I've just always just never really cared too much about what people think about me in public. You guys know that. So luckily for me, I was like, hey, like I'm the kind of person, let's just put it this way. I'm the kind of person that's like, no matter who I am, what size I am, what I look like, it's like, I will go anywhere in the world and be like, hey, here I am. This is how I am, you know.
Morning, Hannibal.
I'm not going to apologize for it. So that's how I dealt with the Sunwing situation. Now for
exactly, Lilith, but we know she doesn't think about other people. It's always, you know, all Chantel all the time.
For this trip, specifically, I flew with Qatar Airlines. I heard that it was a bit more comfortable. Maybe the seats were a bit larger. So I just figure, you know what, I'll just ask for a seatbelt extender. It's a longer flight, but I thought, hey, I can do this. So I just have the attitude, I can do this, you can do this, you're going to do this, and I just do it. I don't know, I just do it. And maybe a part of it is just I'm kind of a bit of an adrenaline junkie, a little bit, where in a sense where I like to push myself, and I find that even more now. I'm loving pushing myself even more. So what I have to say about the trip, when I got to the Montreal airport, the walking wasn't too bad. It wasn't too far. I had to walk to the check-in with Qatar Airlines in the Montreal airport. Now leaving Canada was where all of the I need to walk everywhere happens, and things just get more harder and hotter as I travel. So I got on the plane and my seat was like way at the back.
Exactly, Annalyn.
And
no weed, and she acts like she's perfectly fine. But you know what? She knew that, because I had said before she even went, I'm like, she thinks that when she gets there, she's going to be, you know, so pumped with adrenaline. She's going to be so excited, so happy, that she's not going to have any anxiety or anything. And she may not, but give it a couple weeks. I don't see her staying 3 months.
I heard someone say in the stewardess say, like, we have a full plane. So I kind of like looked at the seat beside me and I thought, oh no, 12 hours with somebody that I don't know and like maybe a strange person. I don't know. So, but I knew it was a possibility.
It wasn't real late. I mean, I want to say like, maybe 7, 8-ish. or so. I don't think it was real late that she posted it.
So, but I had a window seat. That was the best thing for me because I love looking out the window. And of
Good
course,
morning,
right at the
Lena.
back near the lavatory because I want to avoid just having to walk down long aisles through people.
Yes. Wow.
Maybe that is a little bit of an insecurity. I don't know, but yeah. The lavatory, you're all wondering about the lavatory in the planes. Actually, it's actually big enough. Like the door, I thought the door was only this big, but it's actually, there's 2 doors like that and they fold in half. So you take the door and you just open it and it folds open and then you close it behind you. And actually the lavatories in the Qatar Airlines bathrooms are actually really nice. They have like eau de toilette and everything. They had like everything. And there was enough room. It was a little snug, but I actually had enough room to like stand up and move around and wash my hands and everything. So I was like, yes, okay. So that was good. I did actually get to check out the bathroom because that, honestly, airplane bathrooms, this is again just one thing. If you're a bigger person, you'll understand. Airplane bathrooms are so tiny that, yeah, it like freaked me out. I was like, oh my god, what if I get stuck? Or I don't know. It's just like all these irrational thoughts just poured into my brain. So, but because I was at the back near the lavatory, I actually got to talk to a lot of nice people because I actually made friends with a nice Iranian woman and she was waiting to use the bathroom. There was like a queue. People would queue near my seat and I would just talk to people. So, yay, bathroom beezing. So once I had my seatbelt extender in and once I heard I was waiting nervously looking like, okay, look, the suspense. Is somebody going to come and sit in my seat? You know, everyone's moving down the aisles. And sure enough, finally the pilot was like, all passengers on board. And nobody was sitting beside me. So I actually didn't purchase 2 seats. I never purchased 2 seats. I'm okay with the seatbelt extender. And I actually had this seat to myself because it wasn't a full plane. So I was actually really lucky. I got to put my leg up and just rest. And I agree, one Tara. Thing being bigger, and especially in the abdomen area, I find is a problem on airplanes for me is the table tray. I'm not able to actually fully fold down the tray in front of me. It hits my stomach a little bit. So what I did was I actually just used the tray from the empty chair and just used that as my mealtime tray, which was fine. And the little toiletries kit they give you on the plane, I remember in my first vlog there was a little pouch with a whole bunch of things in it and I didn't really know at the time what it was. So they give you like a toothbrush, toothpaste, they give you a pair of socks, they give you a blanket, which is in like a plastic wrapping, so a brand new blanket. I actually kept it as a souvenir. Why not? And I kept the socks. They give you some headphones, they give you a mask and some earplugs. So because there was a screaming child on board the whole time. So I actually, the earplugs, once I put the mask on, I just like I showed you in my video, I actually did doze off even without my CPAP. That's a problem because I do use a CPAP machine that I couldn't plug that in. But I didn't really need it. I was able to just doze in and off, and I knew that once I got to my destination, I would be able to sleep. I was tired, though, arriving at the Hamad International Airport. You have to look this airport up if you don't believe me. So I walked around the airport for a long time.
Oh, Tara, I'd hate to think of it. The mental images are haunting, but I don't think so. I mean, I just didn't see any romantic connection there.
Until I finally found somebody, like it was a connecting flight, until I finally found somebody who looked up, who scanned my ticket and looked up which gate I needed to go to. And they were like, you need to go to gate I think C39 or something like that. Anyway, so then I was like, where is that? Is it far? And she's like, oh yes, miss, it's too far. You're going to need a train. So you need to go stand. There's a little location where you stand. If your gate is really far off, you need to take this train. So, or this little cart. So this guy picked us all up and was bringing us to the gate, and the whole way he was like, excuse me. That's why I kept putting it in my video, because the whole way, excuse me, almost running people over and just speeding across the airport. Hugest airport I've ever seen in my life. It's huge. I think it was rated the #1 airport in the world right now, but it is I underestimated how large it is. It's bad. So I was actually very thankful for that because I was actually really tired and it would have been a heck of a hike with my luggage. So I just, yeah, they dropped me off at my gate and then I had to wait for a bit and took the connecting flight into Kuwait. So when I got off the plane in Kuwait, I had to, it was so hot. It was so hot. Even just being in the air-conditioned airport, I could feel like myself starting to sweat a bit. And then I had to walk around. I was really tired. This was, I was getting really tired at this point, and I was kind of crabby and...
No, I can't cappuccino. Like I said, it's all Chantel all the time. You can't be a parent and only worry about yourself. It doesn't work.
Not hungry because we were well fed on the planes with snacks. Even on the connecting flight, even just an hour, they gave us a snack and some juice, so I was okay there. But oh my gosh, when I got to Kuwait, I just wanted to get in the car, air conditioning, and
Morning,
you know,
Terry
get
Lynn.
to my destination. And it was so hot. Like just the few seconds I was outside, it was so hot. It hasn't been super hot since then. It's been in the 20s, so it's not too bad. But that one day I arrived, yeah, it was really hot. I was sweating buckets of sweat. I was sweating a lot. It's a complete new environment for me and everything like that. So I just wanted to share a little bit with you about my experience traveling here. I know a lot of you have questions, and I hope I answered some of them for you. So in closing, I guess I can say, yeah, it was hot and hard to do. It was hard to do to travel being so overweight, but it was worth it, and I challenged myself to do it, and I feel better having come out the other side. And furthermore, I really, really appreciate you guys coming along on this journey with me. So I thank you for watching my videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.
That was it. These vlogs, Foodie, are snooze fest. And then this was her latest community post. Hi, I see some hamsters are posting my past financial business online, probably trying to get me to react, and I will. By saying, please keep trying, because again, I am not ashamed of my past. My husband and I are fully aware of one another's situations. One's past isn't important. These issues, financial, weight, bad attitude, etc., 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 and whatever else you are trying to bring me down with, is simply not going to work. Why? Because again, my past is only there now for me to rectify. All these problems listed can and will be fixed. See you in my next video. I love how she refers to like how she was like always in the past tense. She's a changed woman now. In just a matter of a month, guys, all the bad habits, all the nasty thoughts and feelings, they're all gone. What about Lizzie? Oh, Willie Lizzie, that one I understand. She runs her mouth a lot. She's a troll also. Exactly, Six. Show us. It's so weird when we want to see stuff and she comes on and she doesn't show anything. If you're going to be a travel vlogger, Chantel, then actually vlog. The past was just 3 weeks ago. Exactly, Hannibal. I agree, Willie. Mob mentality is huge on the internet. Huge. She's decided thug life wasn't for her. Oh, nice. Texas. Are you having dinner at your house? Good morning, Jilly. Just we watched her fat travel vlog, Jilly. Yes, she likes to just chuck us crumbs here and there. But you know what? Apparently it's working for her, Jason, because her subs are still rising. Her memberships are still rising. I don't understand it. Morning, Hugh. You missed a toilet on a plane. Morning, AR. Please stop. She can't fit in a plane toilet. You're lying. Did you know? I was like I always do. I was paying too much attention to my chat and barely any to her. Although I did watch it, but I must have missed both times when she shows the toilet. Is it an actual picture that she took, or is it something she got off the airline website or something? Yes, Bella. Right, Jilly. I hate it, Jason. Again, it gets so frustrating because she never has consequences, ever. We did. That was the highlight. That was the highlight of that video, was us seeing the TV. I still say she backed into that toilet. You're probably right, Carlotta. I bet she now has added the smell of constant sweat to the fishy cat pissy smell. Salah must work at a slaughterhouse to be used to Foodie's smell. So, ugh. I'm going to make a tea if I can get past these 3,000 bras that are strewn over the couch, even though she only has 2 breasts. Willie. So am I, Ghoul. You think, Lena? Because it sure doesn't feel like it. Right, Hugh. And she's been watching reaction channels. She's been commenting on reaction channels comments. And why does she have all this time to be doing that? I mean, that's not what I'd be doing on my honeymoon. He's playing her, and all she cares about is that she's married to an attractive guy. Exactly, Lena. He's her arm candy. It's like she's taking joy in proving to everybody, see, I can get a good-looking guy. Oh, I need to take those off, AR. It's automatic for like new followers and stuff, but until there is one, it's just gonna show people we don't know, like made up names. Not that I want to see, bad happen or anything, Lena. But it is frustrating, you know, channels getting removed for literally nothing when she's done all these things and got her channel back. Cool, wait. Do you say Lidl or little? Me and my son have this argument all the time. Where they used to live, there was a Lidl. I would say Lidl, he would say little. Right, Hannibal? It was kind of creepy. Like on Troll Detective's video, you know, they're standing on the side of that bridge, you know, they stopped in, you know, in traffic and stood there. It was creepy. Sand Burger King and power lines. Yep. Lidl. Ha! We were both wrong. Good morning, Okie. See, we all say it different, Cakes. My husband, my son and I always argue about this. We should have just asked like one of the cashiers or something. Exactly, Lena. Right. I mean, it's really, you know, there's channels that are getting taken down for so much less than what she has done. Right, Hannibal? And it was funny how she's standing at that bridge and the guardrails are like as tall as her. Was it a hotel? Here's my thing, Goblin. I wouldn't think a hotel would have the cords hanging like that. I would think a hotel would have it, you know, more prim and proper setup. Is that what it was? Like it was like beige, right, Hugh? I was wondering what that was. Right, Lilith? And Ghoul left before I got my question out. She did, AR. She did. I remember too, yeah. She kind of sounded like she was going to bust out in tears. Yeah, see, I love to camp, Hugh. But yeah, I could see where it wouldn't work for Chantel. Just the bathroom habits alone, it wouldn't work. Bridge over troubled waters. Yeah, they did. They kind of looked like burlap sacks. Here we are in front of a traffic barrier. Here we are on the sidewalk. Husband, husband, husband. Ring, ring, ring. I think she's genuinely homesick, not necessarily for Pete's or the cats, but for being out of her comfort zone and having to be on all the time. Exactly. That's exactly what I said too. When it all started, Goblin, I was like, she's going to be exhausted. Do you remember when she was with Nads and she would say, like, after 2 days, she was exhausted because he is just go, 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 go. And that's not her. And I totally agree. I think she's going to be homesick, like, for her bed. she's going to be homesick for a day where she doesn't have to get out of bed. And, she can just lay and relax and watch, YouTube or whatever. Oh, I would think she's missing live streaming too. Right, Bella? It can only last so long, right? In German, Lidl. In English, little. We won't tell my son that. I say Lidl, he says little. He is the one that lived there, though, so. Yes, exactly, Jason. She wants her lazy days back. I mean, she's just that, and that's what I said too. And plus, now see, we don't know where his family is, and I still find it odd that we don't know that. If his family is there, then it's going to be a lot of family stuff that she's going to, be thrown into, like meeting everybody and basically be, well, if they're already married, I guess there's no approval process going on, but usually like that's how it is, it's like a lot of visiting and talking and socializing and trying to make good impressions. Y'all, she thinks she's got this MF fooled, that she's some active fatty that's down for going strange places and trusts him. I have bets on how much longer this will last. Just place them in chat by how many weeks or days she can keep up this farce, and I will record it. Okay, I'm saying 2 weeks. That's my guess, Hannibal. He's 25, Cakes. Yeah, he's a Marine, but he just got out in September. Unless he doesn't want to show her to people, or this is a business transaction, which more and more I'm thinking it is a business transaction. I just want to know if they're both in on the business transaction, Who's scamming who, or are they scamming us all together? Yes, Kat, I could see it happening. If not for one of her antics that she usually would pull going to the ER, but like for heat stroke or something, you know what I mean? Heat stroke, or even just the overactivity, the walking she's not used to. Good morning, Stone. I know, Stone, but I almost think that's why she's not doing lives, and that's why she's not, putting out a ton of videos, because she knows she always outs herself. So I think that's why she's being careful to not put much out. Exactly. Everybody wants Chantel. The Wendy's cashier and... Yes, 6. That's why I assumed. Good morning, Happy. Jason, did I say good morning to you, hon? Good morning. Maybe his parents will not give him inheritance unless he is married. Right, Ronnie? Before my son went into the Marines, he and my husband and a few of his friends, and it was like winter, and they went camping in Allegheny. But I mean, we've been here all our life. We're used to the cold and stuff. They ice fish, and they do a lot in the cold. I don't remember that, Okie, but you know my memory. Still holding on to the theory that he's gay, Moon. I don't know. I didn't really get that from him. Cool. That's awesome, Hannibal. I missed it. What was Moon and Hugh's guess? AR. I wish the rest of it. All right, I'm gonna read it because I don't know why it cuts off messages like that. Oh my God! Speaking of that, Mr. AR and I ordered Popeyes recently, and when they gave us all the sauces we ordered, because they sometimes forget, he said with a smirk, "They want us." I love this man. I wonder if the Starbucks people are worried. Oh my gosh, yeah, because she hasn't been in. That's what I said to you 2 weeks. She's bald-headed beard. Yeah, but Cappuccino, the thing is I keep hearing it's not easy for her to bring him back to Canada. Like, they may not have had to do all that prep work and stuff for Kuwait, but to bring him back to Canada, they have to go through immigration and all sorts of hoops. Ronnie. It was funny, but then you doing the wife. Oh, that was good, Ronnie. It sounds really weird, Okie. I looked it up, and basically for him to divorce her, all he has to do is literally say out loud, "I divorce you," 3 times. I mean, not like Beetlejuice, 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 but like on 3 different occasions. If he says that, then he can't remarry her unless she has married and divorced someone else again. It's odd. I'm tickled pink though that Pete's is cooking. Right, Kat. She wouldn't know to do that. It was worth it, Ronnie. She may stay for 3 weeks, but she'll snap way before that. That could be true, yep. Right, Jason? She would do it just to spite us. No, Kat? Yeah, but at least he's cooking, Goblin. At least he's moving. He's out of his bedroom. The boy never leaves his room. And then when he does leave his room, she boots him out. Oh, yeah, I think so, too. As soon as this as soon as this, like, you know, La La Land fantasy world is over, she's really gonna be unhappy. She did fill them before she left and got 3 months worth. Sorry, Stone. Isn't it great to see two adults learning to grow? Pete's even brushed the cats, you guys. I know, Texas. Me too. I don't think she can do 3. I don't think so either. And I have said that from the beginning. I said if she makes it there, she won't last 3 months. Yes, I totally agree, Lena. I get it, Bella, but I do, because I have so much mental illness in my family and people that I love, and I struggle with my own, I do think that he has been severely clinically depressed for a very long time. But he isn't helping himself either, because he went off of the medicine. Because he said then when he was on the medicine, which is a complaint that a lot of people on mental health drugs complain about, that when he was on medicine, he felt numb. Yes, he did say yesterday, somebody asked him if he was evicted, and he's like, not yet. So he is, you know. Oh, I was going to show. Just a short clip of when he was asked what he thought of the marriage.
Thoughts on the marriage? Yeah.
Morning, Irma.
I think the marriage is rushed, but it's not my choice. It's not my, none of my business. She is Dolly. She's just... This is a cat who doesn't know how to settle down. Oh, I'm not throwing the fur on the floor, no. I'm gonna throw... Thoughts on the marriage? Yeah.
Has anyone got a take on if Salah has a kind face, or does someone think he's about to snap? Since someone told me last
I
night,
think the marriage is rushed, but it's not my choice. It's not my, none of my business.
I think that he comes off very kind, but I don't know that it's genuine. I mean, to be a scammer, you have to be charming, right? Or you're not going to get anywhere with scamming. So I feel like he could be smiling in our face and stabbing her in the back, you know? Yes, I could totally see that, Kat. I want to hear the divorce thing, Kat. Pizza's a better cat mom than Chantel or Shani combined, but that's not that tall of a standard to compare. Right, but at least he's brushing them, he's feeding them, he's giving them attention. I said on one of his last stream, maybe, he was wearing a black t-shirt, and I said, well, you can definitely tell he's giving the cat's affection because that black t-shirt was covered in cat hair. Morning, V. I know, and it's sad, Hannibal, because she will kick him to the curb the minute she thinks she has a chance at happiness with a man. She's not going to care. Yes, exactly, Kat. Charming and charismatic. Every single episode of True Crime. Yep. Are they goblin? Tell us. They do. He said he brushed Sam too, but he was like, Sam is just endless. Oh, he actually, it's here where he says it.
She is Dolly. She's just... This is a cat who doesn't know how to settle down. Oh, I'm not throwing the fur on the floor. No, I'm gonna throw. Thoughts on the marriage? Yeah. I think the marriage is rushed, but it's not my choice. It's not my none of my business.
He needs a haircut. And guys, I'm going to say it again. I know it's hard to let go of your dream of having, beautiful, thick, lush hair. But if you are balding like Pete's is balding, shave your head. You are going to be much more attractive with a shaved head than a comb over. A comb over is not the way to go.
Dolly, she's just... This is a cat who doesn't know how to settle down.
Morning, Ashley.
Oh, I'm not throwing the fur on the floor. No, I'm gonna throw.
Mine seems fine today.
I think the marriage is rushed, but it's not my choice. It's not my none of my business.
Hi, Summer D. 7 of coins reversed, but you're doubling down on the situation because it's the only thing you've got going. All your eggs are in this basket. Oh, yeah. Yes, exactly, Lilith. Can you... It's like he's on vacation. Knight of Cups reversed. An overly romantic person has entered your life that presents themselves as your savior, but they'll bail on you at the first sign of trouble. Right, Jason? The comb over thing is so ick. If man and woman decide to divorce, there is a wait time period of 90 days during which they can get back together if they reconcile. This can happen 3 times during their marriage. The 4th time... So then, yeah, like the 4th time she would have had to remarry and divorce, I believe, is what I read. Really, Oki? My husband's just like, she's an effing idiot.
The fourth time would be the final time. After that, a woman would need to be married to another man before ever getting back with the first one, and not a fake relationship, but like a real one. Yeah, that's what I read. What a crock. Ugh. I cakes. I don't have anything good to say about it. Nor do I have anything good to say about Monty. Yeah, I read it somewhere too, Hannibal, and then I looked it up myself, and it is true. Yeah, garlic bread is back. Oh, really, Hugh? Yes, Texas. You know, it's the age-old saying, when someone shows you who they are, believe them. They have both shown us who they are. Just like Chantal, you can't change overnight. Well, I'm kind of confused on that, Oki, because the way I'm understanding it is it's like a civil marriage, not even like a legal marriage. But I mean, I could be wrong. So that's why I'm wondering, like, if she couldn't even just come back to the States and be free and clear of it. I don't know. Bella. I just think, yes, I agree, Texas. I just think that if you are a man that thinks that you are superior to women, that we are beneath you, that you can talk down to us, and, you know, I just don't think that that's something that you grow out of. It's not like a phase or something. That is who you are. That's ingrained in you. I don't know. I was listening to somebody, and they said that they were under the impression that it was a civil union. Right, Goblin. My feelings on it, like, if somebody can give me like scientific proof that there's anything behind them, but I just don't see where there could be. It's a card. It's an object. How can that object predict anything? I think it's there. I think it's, fun, and it's fine for entertainment purposes, but I don't think it goes beyond entertainment. Yes, I read about that too, Moonface. Exactly, Texas.
We're sending out the troops, Lynn. That's it. We've had enough. They have Muslim marriages that are ceremonial. Yeah, like Moonface was saying, I did read that, that they have like a temporary, what was it, Maluta or Malta or something like that. Let me see if I can find it. I can't remember how it was spelled or was it what it was called. Here it is. A nikah muta is a private and verbal temporary marriage contract that is practiced in Twelver Shia Islam, in which the duration of the marriage and the mahr must be specified and agreed upon in advance. It is a private contract made in a verbal or written format, a declaration of the intent to marry, and an acceptance of the terms as required in other forms of marriage in Islam. Muhammad sanctioned nikah muta, which has instead been used as a legitimizing cover for sex workers in a culture where prostitution is otherwise forbidden. Some Western writers have argued that muta approximates prostitution. Some sources say the nikah muta has no prescribed minimum or maximum duration, but others, such as the Oxford Dictionary of Islam, indicate the minimum duration of the marriage is debatable, and durations of at least 3 days, 3 months, or 1 year have suggested. Some Muslims and Western scholars have stated that both nikah muta and nikah misyar are Islamically void attempts to religiously sanction the P word, which is otherwise forbidden. Oh, that's cool, Brandy. Yeah, that's what, Kat, that's what I thought. So, wait, not that one. This one. Hi, Maritza. That's what I thought. That's why I was saying, like, if there's no, like, legality to it and signing of papers and all that, then what's to stop her just from coming home and living life as usual? Well, right, Kat, but that's why I think that that could so be a possibility here. Do you not think so? Right. Right, Lilith. Yes, that was my thought last night. I was thinking that. I'm like, well, what's he scamming her for? Because she has not saved a penny. Yes, she made very, very good money for a while there, but she didn't save a penny of it. So it's not like he's getting really anything from her, unless it is just all about getting into Canada. Right, B. Something is off. I guess we're just going to all be on hold until, it comes out. But Doesn't Chantal have like 2 bankruptcies? Thought I saw that being mentioned. Think that would hurt her chances. I know she had 1. I didn't know she had 2. I think there was talk of her claiming again because of her taxes. Morning, Dot. Well, see, and that's the thing. They didn't. There was no connection. There was no touching. You know, his arm wasn't around her. Like, it was just weird. I didn't see any romantic tension between them or like sexual tension. Like they were, you know, like most newlyweds. Wait to get back to the hotel and bang type thing, you know? Yes, Goblin. Thank you, Texas. At least it wasn't very long that time. Her stupid post saying PDA is frowned upon was pointless because no one is expecting her to kiss him, but we are expecting chemistry. Heck, some spark at all. Which there is none. Totally, totally agree, V. Danny, come back. That's a nut. Can her car? Well, I guess they probably can. She probably can just leave her car sitting there, right? Because they have parking spaces or whatever at the villa. You can blame it all on me. Oh, me too, Cakes. That triggers me so bad. Stay mad. Exactly, Goblin. I was reading so much and watching stuff this morning on Aaron. Like, I want to see some of his early work when he was so young, but I wasn't able to find it. I didn't look for long because I was setting up for stream, but there's going to be a second season, Lois, and it's going to be all about that. The enjoy your meal was like it was like servant, like I don't know. It was very strange. Like he was a waiter. Enjoy your meal. Yeah, right. Yeah, that's what I'm watching next, Lilith. Yeah, do that, Lilith, then we can talk about it. Yep, it's in Salah's name, Hugh. The Carters had a pretty... Yeah, I was watching something this morning where his mom and dad literally, like, blew through like $500 million or something of his, and then he got in trouble for like not paying taxes because his parents didn't pay taxes on it, and so he owed like 11 million or something in taxes, and he ended up broke. He ended up in bankruptcy. God bless. Sloan Bella on YouTube. Do we want to watch this, guys? And it's so sad because they had a sister that died too. I don't know. Does anybody know? He's a twin. He has a twin sister. Was it the twin sister that died or another sister? I know there was 5 of them. 5 kids. Oh my goodness, I'm glad he's okay now, Desiree. That would have freaked me out too, Lilith. Here, we'll play it. Is it this one, Kat? Aw, Brandy, I'm glad you're here. Oh, Leslie passed and BJ is his twin. Good morning, Illyria. Okay, we'll play it. Hold on, let me mute the music.
Hi everyone, I'm Sloan from SloanBella.com, and I'm back with another energetically channeled video. Now this one is a little bit surprising because it's actually not, but I did a video a few years ago on this young man and the struggles between himself, the outer world, and his inner world, the play that was going on around him. As I was driving home yesterday, I just came into cell service and people were texting me that this young man passed away. And I'm talking about the rapper, the musician, the actor, the entertainer, Aaron Carter, who was born on December 7th of 1987. I was literally heartbroken when I heard that he passed. Not because I know him, not for any other reason, that I felt overwhelming sadness as I read the text saying that he just died. Now, I had no idea how he died. I've since come to learn that he passed away in the bathtub. There's no other information that I'm aware of at this point. Of course, it's literally been less than 24 hours or maybe just barely 24 hours. So I was looking at his chart and I had to literally make notes on my iPad because I can't retain it in my head that quick and y'all wanted me to do the video. But okay, so he has a stellium in Sagittarius, which I noticed. He's got Sun, Saturn, his ascendant, Moon in Cancer, okay, Mercury in Sagittarius. So he is Sagittarius out. And as we know, Sagittarius struggles with life on earth and the spiritual world. So they want to know the meaning of life. And you can never control a Sagittarius. So give it up now, people. He had Uranus conjuncting his ascendant. So Uranus was also in Sagittarius in a 1-degree orb from his ascendant. What I can tell you straight up with Uranus on the ascendant, that puts him in a different headspace energetically where he's not conforming to society and he can be quite shut down and aloof if he chooses to be. So there's a part of him that can choose not to hear something, do something, or say something. So when he draws a boundary, he will not back down from it. It can be a little bit pig-headed, actually. I mean, if you're trying to reason with this person. However, the thing that I noticed that stuck out to me most was the 8-degree Scorpio. Yes, Mars in Scorpio. Okay, so 8 degrees, Mars in Scorpio. And then I just wrote, excuse me for looking at this, and the Mars conjunction to Pluto. I mean, to tell you, we have a eclipse on the 8th, and it's in the sign of Scorpio with a full moon. So you've got his Mars in Scorpio, and you've got Pluto conjuncting that Mars. Pluto is violent, unpredictable, aggressive, in the opposition by 8 degrees, squaring, transiting Uranus in Taurus. That is sudden, unexpected events. Pluto is basically ripping you from the guts outward. So Pluto is like ripping the plumbing underneath your house. Interesting in the bathtub. Mars is him, his Mars, okay, so his masculinity, and Pluto conjuncting Mars is notoriously violent. It is violence against the person who owns the Mars. In Scorpio, it's manipulation, it's undercurrent, it's all of those things. And his Sag self isn't going to be thinking like that. He also has Moon in Cancer, abandoned by the women in his life, according to him, meaning the way that the chart feels about it. So we have the Moon in opposition to Neptune. We have Saturn in opposition to Chiron. Saturn conjunct Uranus. Uranus on the ascendant. Saturn conjuncting the ascendant from the 12th house, conjuncting the sun. This is past life hidden. We have North Node squaring the ascendant, which that to me says everything about what happened yesterday. I'm talking very briefly astrologically. I've literally looked at it 5 minutes, 5 seconds. Okay, here we go with the camera again. I've looked at it 5 seconds, okay? However, when we have the North Node and it is squaring the ascendant, the North Node is where we're going to in this lifetime. All of us have one, and it's where we're going to. Something is blocking his getting to where he's going. So my first instinct energetically, because I'm not connecting with him, it's the energy around him. I choose to let him go and do his processing. You're probably not going to reach people right away. However, as I was driving home yesterday, I really felt, I read the first text. People started texting me and I was like, oh crap. I forget the videos I do, and then when certain things come into play, it hits me, and it's like this was energetically already happening for me to have picked it up a few years ago. However, what I felt with him was, I'm not sure what his religion was at all. I haven't even looked into that. However, I did feel praying hands around him, and I feel like he was being protected as he crossed over, okay? And I'm not sure if I mean crossed over right out of this energy field or crossed out of his body. I believe I mean crossed out of his body. So he is being protected. Now, here's the other wording I heard, and I'm literally driving home yesterday from Palm Springs.
Yes.
After being out of cell service range for like 6 hours. What I heard is that he was removed for his own protection. I actually literally heard this. I heard he was removed from the circumstances in his life for his own protection. So I'm thinking to myself, well, he's already dead, so what would you be protecting him from? So energetically, this must be a fight for the soul and a fight on an energetic level. Now, what I can tell you, this is just what I get, and this is just a stream of consciousness, so take it or leave it. Here's what I can tell you. I do feel that he was in the process of going over past work that he had done, past things, past music, past writing, past everything that he had done. And I do feel like he was calling people out literally every single day on what they'd been doing. So I feel that he was like a child that kept their mouth shut for years and suddenly was able to speak their mind. So they're like, you did this to me, you did this to me, you did this to me. And he comes and he stands forward with no fear. But what do you expect to have happen when they ambush you is the wording I heard, okay? So he stood forward with no fear. The other thing that the energy is kind of speaking or making me feel is that on a certain level, you can call him mentally ill all you want. You can say with the face tattoos, this and that. That just tells me he's had trauma. And you can also say anxiety and the drugs and the this and the that. Very important in this life that if you're an entertainer or you're some sort of public person, you don't show them your weakness. You don't have your sexual weirdness. You don't do drugs or alcohol because they own you when you do that. However, just because he has a past of that, and I'm going to say this straight out, I don't believe that's the reason for what happened in the bathtub. And I'm sure they're going to come back with the autopsy and say that he overdosed on something, blah, blah, blah. However, I don't actually feel that. I'm not saying he didn't smoke weed. I'm not saying he didn't have a drink. I'm not saying he didn't pop a pill. I'm just not feeling that that's actually the way that his thinking was going the months prior to his passing. I actually feel that he was fighting for a creative struggle over himself creatively and to present himself in a way that he wanted to on a creative level. And I feel like he was being blocked left, right, and center. Like he was finding his power and the people did not want him to go forward with his power. Now, when you say somebody has mental illness, I want you to understand mental, quote, illness from the perspective of a psychic person, which I understand I'm not a doctor. I'm not even a logical person for the most part. But energetically, if you're sensitive, if you are psychic, if you energetically feel on a you see that? Here we go again with this. The energy's coming through. If you are a person who feels like that energetically and you absorb other people's energy, you can be driven quite crazy. And now we know there's things called reactive abuse. Like when somebody triggers you, dog whistles you, gaslights you. And I feel like these things were happening to him. Now, he may have been a total brat growing up. He may have caused complete dissension, but not enough dissension that his parents didn't spend his money and didn't take him on tour and didn't steal a shit ton of money from him. Okay. So he wasn't that mentally ill. And where do we know this with Britney Spears? He wasn't that mentally ill that his family didn't push him out there on stage like a cash pony and then take the money and then leave him with basically nothing. Yeah, he was living in Lancaster. I mean, you know, he was living torture, nice houses there, but if you know, you know. So we also have that. And then I'm looking down. I'm sorry, I'm looking down because I'm looking at the notes I wrote. So we have Moon trine Mars. We have Venus squaring his career. Women interfered with his life quite a bit. Mars sextile Neptune, not necessarily bad. Moon opposition Venus. Moon square the midheaven. He's got Moon, let's see where I wrote it. Moon in opposition to Neptune. He does not see females clearly. So I feel that there were women in his life he could trust, but yet not.
What all the years of drugs and substances did to his mind, you know?
Trust, because at a point in his life, and I'm talking around age 8, I do not know what happened, but around age 8, when he needed support from females, I feel like they weren't there. I do feel like this young man is a good kid. I'm also going to say this very quickly, but
they haven't disclosed,
when you're born into
Ronnie, they haven't disclosed he's drowned basically, but they haven't said, and I'm sure it'll take weeks before they know the toxicology.
To a family of Mormons, family of Catholics, family of Christians, family of atheists, family of airy-fairy New Agers. I don't care what family you're born into, but when you're born into a like-minded community and then you understand what you've been born into and you reject it, there are consequences for your energy. And here's the other thing, and I'm always using this example. If you are in the mafia, daughter of a mafia man, okay? So you're in the mafia. You're expected to marry those men. You're expected to put up with the, you know, what they do, just like the cartels. You're expected when you come from those families, and they kind of grow up in that area. Now, if you double cross or speak out against, they will take you out. I want to keep saying that with Aaron Carter. I want to say it. I feel tremendous sadness. I go immediately to the Virgin Mary and him praying. I don't know if he was Catholic. He probably wasn't, but this is what I'm getting. So he is being prayed over right now as he crossed out. Exceptionally, exceptionally sad. When I look at the energy around it, I literally feel like he fell forward and backwards. So that to me feels like, again, we got a bump on the front of the head, but yet we drowned facing upright. Like, what's that about? What's with all this drowning in the bathtub and the symbology? What is that about? Not everybody's drowning in their bathtub. I mean, unless you're going to tell me he was full of fentanyl, that's about the only way he would drown in the bathtub, really? Or Tuinals, Sequinals, or heroin, that's how you would drown. But if you're going to tell me that there wasn't much of anything in his body, which I kind of feel there wasn't much of anything in his body, then you're going to tell me that he just randomly drowned in the bathtub. I don't think I want to go there with that. I'm just not buying that. I'm sorry, I'm not going there. I just don't feel it. And I knew that this was coming for him because the energy around him, I think I said it in my past video a few years ago, which means this would be energetically predictive. Now, I do see a lot of information forming, and this is much bigger. Like, it is much bigger in the sense that there are tremendous players of the chessboard higher up above him. I see the chessboard again. These are people who are corporate people, lawyer people, business people, and these people did not want him speaking out, okay? These people did not want him talking. He decided to stand up for himself. He decided to speak up for himself. Now, you guys know, I mean, everybody knows, I think, when a woman decides to leave her abusive husband, that's the most dangerous time for her is when she leaves, and when she's pregnant, weirdly. But when she leaves, that's the most dangerous time. So imagine being part of a gang, just call it that, cartel, gang, however you want to word it, a cabal, being part of it, and then choosing to stick up for yourself in avoidance of caretaking their secrets. That's what I think was going on. I also wanted to say this very strongly. I feel like this happened to him. When he's a kid, okay? When he's a kid and he's famous and he's with the Backstreet Boys and his family's all famous and the parents are like living it up high on the hog. Imagine prostituting your child for that reason, even though your child wants to do that. But does your child want to do that, or did you push them into wanting to do it because they could get your attention and your love, right? Although he's got those Moon Neptune aspects, which would make him good at music and make him good at writing and that kind of thing. However, imagine, okay, if you have an agent of chaos who's in a corporation. So this is like a record company, an agency, whatever, agent of chaos. And they write you a 7,500-page contract. I don't know. Contracts are thick. Look at the driver's license thing. Like, you agree to this. Look at everything you have to sign to go on your photo app on your phone. Do you agree to this? Yeah, I didn't even read it. Sure, just get out of my face. That's how dumb this is. And then they'll say to you, but you signed it. Nobody can be reading this, people. Nobody can be reading this. Anyway, what if you're a kid and your lawyer looks over it and tells you it's okay to sign? It's not like they don't make mistakes. They do make mistakes. So let's say you sign it. And again, the artist formerly known as Prince, now a symbol, did the same thing with the same company I'm feeling is a problem for Aaron Carter, okay? Sony BMI. So I feel that's one of the companies, and I feel if you sign something, let's say you're 15 and they're like, we're going to make you a millionaire, you're going to fuck all the women you want, you're going to fuck all the men you want, you're going to do whatever you want to do. And you're going to have a big house and a car, and everybody's going to love your ass, right? So you sign it. You sign it. As you sign it in those contracts, in those clauses, all the way down in the small, teeny fine print, there's some bullshit backwards wording that locks you in a binding word intent spell through these contracts. And it's a lie. And that's what I feel happened to him. And I feel like he was breaking out of his shell. In fact, I can see him pushing his hands up almost like a rebirth, okay? Almost like a rebirth. Like being, coming out of a shell, but pushing your hands up to get out of there. I feel that energy with him. And I feel like he knew something was happening. And there's somebody around him female, because the females are naughty in his life. Not all of them, obviously. I'm sure he had females that loved him tremendously. However, one of them is a turncoat around him. So there is a turncoat in his life. I feel like she's slightly older, and I feel like sometimes people come up and they're like, you know, if you do this, we'll protect you. But if you don't do it, we're going to mess you all up. Okay, so I feel like this was said, and I don't feel that this person knew that he was going to pass or as a result of, but I do feel like she gave location. He was being tracked prior to his passing, and I don't know if there was any kind of police, you know, like restraining orders or police conversations about somebody stalking him. And this could be a fan, this could be, I don't know, this could be anybody, right? Whatever, stalkers doesn't mean you know them. However, I do feel like he was being tracked before he passed. So I feel like he was becoming exceptionally paranoid about what was around him. And what one of my friends has always said to me is just because you're paranoid does not make you wrong. So I do feel like he was just crazy paranoid. I see the contract. I see the wording in the contract, and I see it as a binding spell. He was trying to get out of the binding spell, and he was trying to set the record straight. He made his mark with his God. Yes, he went off the rails a bit. Yes, he wasn't always above board. Yes, when you join the gang, and I do hear that he joined the gang, but when you join the gang, there are consequences. And even when you try to get out, you have to stand strong because they will take you out. Just like in the mafia, if you're going to turn, or if you're going to be jumped into a gang in Los Angeles and you turn on them, or the cartel, they'll kill you.
That long-winded, and I was muted. Anywho, when he went before he made all that money, and his parents never paid taxes on it. So then when he went before the judge, because it broke him. He had to pay like over $11 million in taxes or something, and it broke him. So he was filing for bankruptcy, and he was either going to do Chapter 11 or Chapter 13. And the judge basically told him that he could file charges on his parents for not paying the taxes, and they would do jail time. And he said, well, I refuse to, put my parents in jail. He's like, no matter what they've done or done to me, I'm not going to send my parents to jail. And so then the judge had sympathy on him and gave him a Chapter 7 instead.
This is exactly what I feel is going on. I feel like he knew, he just didn't know when, and I feel like he was being tracked, marked, watched.
He made like over 500
because you have this heightened anxiety does not make you mentally ill. We have to stop and yes, I know.
Can you imagine making that much money and then having to file bankruptcy? Like, that is crazy.
Doctors diagnose you with mental illness, bipolar, anxiety, paranoia, psychotic breaks, all of these things. Okay, I know they do this. However, no one takes into consideration the spiritual component and the energetic component of that. If you are in a peaceful, calm state without having your life
like
threatened
30 cars
by other people whose energy you can read but can't prove, then you're probably not going to go off the rails, all right? And then also, keep in mind that I feel like with him, this is just what I get. I feel like he was very concerned.
And that's just him. Like, what about Nick's money and stuff? Like, that was just Aaron.
About the food he was eating. I feel like there was weirdly like eating disorders, medication malfunctions, all kinds of things. And I feel like he's in alignment with other celebrities
Only
who get
31?
locked up, locked away, called crazy. All of those people, you know who I'm talking about.
Attendees.
Yeezy being one of them.
Sloan Bella.
I feel like they get locked up and called
astrologist.
crazy because they... Do you remember in the cartoons, the Flintstones, if you're that old, they used to have the little angel and the devil, and they both talked, okay, to the little character, the cartoon character, and they talked. So there was the good and the bad constantly trying to trick the human or the cartoon human. I feel like this was what was going on with him. I feel when these people who are celebrities, public, start espousing the truth, that they are trying to reconcile what they've done over here, and there are moments of clarity within the context of the emotional manipulation. I feel like this young man was badly treated around him by many, many people. Obviously not everybody, and I'm not even alluding to anybody, but badly treated. That's why we want to give him a diagnosis of mental illness. I don't, but they did give him one. And they comment on his mental illness. Yes, you can respond mentally ill, but I don't think it was organic with him. I think it was intensively brought on by who was in his environment, what was said about him, the fact that he lived in a fishbowl publicly, the fact that his life was a succession of horrible circumstances by people that were supposed to have loved him, who robbed him, you know, stole from him, like basically just pillaging his life. And I feel like that's how he ended up here. I'm pretty sure he was unaware of how he ended up out of his body. And I can see this, so I can see him covering like this. So the word is ambushed. The word is ambush. So I feel there is an ambush that happened, and this may be leading up to when he passed. Somebody may have come and said, you owe this money. If you speak this, we're going to do this. And he may have been, you know, when people plan an intervention and the drug addict walks in the house on those TV shows and is like, oh my God. And the whole family's there, grandma's there, aunts and uncles and cousins. I feel like this is what happened to him. He was ambushed, kind of like at an intervention. So there was some, as I was saying before the camera shut off, I feel like there was an ambition, kind of like some trickery going on. And I'm not sure exactly if he understood the context. I know that he felt afraid for himself, but he wouldn't shut up. Like he got bold. He got brash. He was speaking. He finally was finding his power. That's exactly what he was doing. This was suddenly unexpected, and don't always believe those people that smile to your faces and tell you that they love you and that they're your friends, because I feel like his judgment about people around him was not accurate a lot of the time, because he moves through energies very quickly. He dances through the energies very, very quickly. They're not going to find out what really happened to him. And there's a divide among people that know this young man. There's a divide between what happened. Some people absolutely understand, but here's what I'm going to say to you. And I'm applying it to him. If you are somebody who decides to take the deal, which I believe he did, and join the gang, all right, however you want to word that, cabal, and you decide to join it, for whatever reasons you made those decisions, and then you signed contracts where there is wording hidden, and this is what I'm getting. I've never seen this, and I could be completely crazy myself. However, I'm being shown a contract that is like an entertainer's contract for a musician, and I'm looking through it like I'm reading it, and everything seems to be fine, like royalties here, back end deal here, this, that, and the other. And then I'm seeing, and this is trickery, and I'm seeing this.
I feel like there should be things in place for child actors and, you know, celebrities. There should be stuff in place where it's watched over besides just the parents. Like there should be, I don't know, some professional appointed over their money, and, you know, that's sick. I mean, it's so sad that, you know,
he did all that, and at such a young age, he should have been set for life. And that should have been his parents' concern. Not, not living high off the hog, but knowing that their child was going to be okay for the rest of their life. Like, that was so selfish and greedy.
I am seeing in the contract, I think this is what happened to Prince, although I can't really say it because I don't think he was even aware of it. But I'm looking at the contract, I'm going through pages like this, and I'm seeing the wording, and it's obnoxious, but it's not like trickery. But there is a paragraph that is written that I can't see when I'm reading the contract Rocky. That shows up after. I am wondering if there's some sort of bait and switch on the contracts that happens, or some kind of like writing that shows up after you've signed it. So like an ink pen that doesn't show up. I don't even know how that would happen. But there's something because it's not there and then it appears after he signed. So there's some amount of trickery with what he signed, and he was trying to get out of that. He was crying for help. He'd given up on his life, but yet he was fighting for his life, and he was fighting for the right side of his life. See, I feel he didn't mean to involve himself the way that he did. And if it's a trick, some people are
Ronnie.
full on like, I mean, just
you're a dad, Ronnie. Wouldn't that be your main concern? Like, not you living off of it and everything, but wouldn't your main concern be that your child is set up for life? That would, that would be my drive to do everything legit and put it away for him. And I mean, I'm sure they had to, if they were poor, I'm sure they had to use some of it, for living and travel and whatever. But there's no reason that anybody should go through that kind of money.
Absolutely vile, and they want everything they want, and they want to be greedy, and they want the money and the power and the fame. That is what they want. Carter. So they will stop at nothing to get that. Like, they're like, yeah, I'm going to sign that contract. Yeah, I'm going to, fuck my family members up. Yeah, yes, I don't care. Like, just so the level of greed and disgust is one thing. I don't feel he's like that, but I feel in the context of what he thought he was going to get was from a very much younger perspective. Kind of like when they jump people into gangs when they're 12 or 10 and coming from a fatherless home or somebody where they don't guide them. Like, you're going to jump into that. You're not going to get out of that. That is going to cause you energetic repercussions. And I believe that that's what we're talking about. Although I will say this again, ambush is a very strong word, ambush. The contracts, I'm being shown this. I actually think that they write contracts for entertainers, in his case musicians, where paragraphs are left out and put back in later, or somehow show up later on. Leave that to what you will. But this is what I'm feeling with him. And I do feel in the next 4 months, we're going to find out. There's right now a concerted effort to shut this down. We don't want this information. Keep in mind, if you live in Los Angeles, you know that this young man was living probably a very normal life in Lancaster. People go to Palmdale, Lancaster to get a bigger house for less money because they don't have a lot of money, okay? So, like, it's desert out there, and it's almost ironic to drown in Lancaster. Like, there are no water sources out there. It's desert. So, in the bathtub, very, very synchronistic with just people take a lot of pictures in the bathtub, okay? Like, oh, it's a bathtub, let's take a picture. Why the bathtub? I want you guys to start researching. I know why, but why the bathtub? Because I'm not going to say it on here. But why the bathtub and the rebirth out of the bathtub? And I'm honestly saying this, what I'm being shown, and this is another thing. I'm literally seeing, okay, I don't know where this comes from. I'm hearing it right now.
You think so,
I'm literally seeing, the butterfly that he tattooed on him, I think it's on his face. I can't really tell the tattoos on his face because, like, it's, whatever. But anyway, the butterfly that he has, what I'm being shown is him in the bathtub in a cocoon.
Like he was at
like a caterpillar, like a butterfly, right? They're caterpillars and then they turn into butterflies. And I'm seeing him in a cocoon. And he's trying to get out of the cocoon.
I like that color too.
But he can't really get out and he's trapped. And what I'm being told right now, contrary to, and I'm hearing the wording, so it's a stream of consciousness I'm hearing, clairaudience. So, and I'm seeing kind of images of this. What I'm hearing right now to tell you is that the butterfly is supposed to be a animal. I guess it's a a moth-like thing, whatever, of transformation. This is not what that is. He's showing me the cocoon and being stuck in a straitjacket, and the butterfly is symbolic of being stuck in the straitjacket. The butterflies are lonely. The butterflies are not transforming. The butterflies are by themselves. So I'm actually being told that it's not good symbology with butterflies. We have it backwards. They've told us a lie on that. Butterflies do not represent transformation. They represent the capturing of the soul, the capturing of the soul into the cocoon to be developed as they choose to do it, which is the opposite of freedom. So that's what I'm picking up with the butterfly with him right now. So it's the opposite of freedom. Nothing that I've learned in my life. Everybody, everywhere online, everywhere that you're taught butterflies transformation, I'm hearing no, it's not.
Confused,
I'm hearing no, it's not. It's containment, confinement, and it's cocooning by oneself until the self is developed the way that it's supposed to be to go out into public, but it's not freedom. It's controlled in the cocoon. It reminds me of a water vat where you throw something in a pot in the water and you stick the lid on it and then it cooks and it comes out different. That's kind of what I'm getting with this. I don't know where I'm going with that, but I thought I'd throw that in there. Anyway, this right now, just to end it really quickly, just because you guys asked, so I'm doing it super quick. I really feel like that Mars conjunct Pluto with the full moon in Scorpio and the eclipse is why he passed away yesterday. And if you know astrology, Mars conjunct Pluto, 8 degrees, the eclipse is at 16 degrees, and transiting Uranus is at 16 Taurus in opposition, sudden, unexpected, electrical. What if there's an electrical issue here? Something fell into the bathtub. What if that's the case? Because of that Uranus in there. And the ruler of his ascendant is Uranus, even though it's in Sagittarius. That's kind of an interesting thinking person. That's a very, very vast, broad thinker. It's like a computer brain with a spiritual brain with a fuckboy brain. It's like a whole bunch of stuff going on.
Kat is like her talking about the degrees, and it's like, if you don't know, if you're not an astrologer, then you really have no clue what she's talking about. Like, she doesn't explain. I don't feel like she explains, you know, what she's discussing. Like, I don't know what she's talking about. So such and such is at this degree and such is at that degree. And so what does that mean? I don't understand.
It's actually quite an interesting, intelligent person. Saturn and Sun in the 12th house, conjuncting the ascendant, the Saturn, karmic repercussions from the past. Also, natal sign of the writer, position of Saturn in the 12th, natural writer, okay?
You,
also coming from early sexual abuse, 12th and 8th. Look for Saturn in those two houses, and it's going to deal with the issue of sexual coercion, control, and abuse. So we have all of those things laced in with him. And along with that butterfly symbology, which is not freedom. It's not free. He's cocooned. He's showing me that. Like, he's literally like a spider web.
See,
like a spider gets a bug.
I don't get it. Is he a butterfly or is he a cocoon? Because those are two totally separate things.
In a web. That's what they're telling me with the butterfly symbology. It's the exact opposite of what they tell us. I've never thought of that way, but that's how I'm thinking about it now. All right, you guys, I'm on to do a live video. Just thought I would do this. And once again, my name is Sloan from SloanBella.com.
Chewy, I was telling yesterday, I don't know if you were in here, but I get visions when like a loved one passes, like family members. Like when my stepdad died, I was at my mom's and I was sitting like right on the edge of the couch. I wasn't even like leaning back, relaxed or anything. I was sitting right on the edge of the couch having a conversation with my mom. And I swear, clear as day, my eyes were wide open, clear as day. I see a light shining down in the living room with my stepdad standing there. And he was holding a little girl's hand on one side and a little boy's hand on the other side. I had 2 miscarriages. It was so real, so vivid. I was wide awake. And I, to this day, know that those 2 babies I lost were a boy and a girl. I have a tattoo of my 3 kids. And then in the middle of the heart is a
pink baby footprint and a blue baby footprint for the two I lost, because I knew at that very moment that they were a boy and a girl. And then when my husband's grandpa died, I had a vision of him standing in a circle with my husband's grandma, with the two kids, with like different family members, all holding hands in a circle. He was in the middle of the circle and he was like dancing like really fast and stuff. And I told my mother-in-law about that, and she said, that's so weird, because when he was younger, when him and grandma were younger, they used to call him Fast Feet because he was such a good dancer. I had never heard that. I never knew about that. So I it's not that I don't believe in anything. I do. I've never been a real believer in astrology. I've never been like a real believer in cards. I feel like gifts are God-given. And I feel like there's a purpose behind them. I don't know what the purpose is of mine, because like I said, I didn't have a vision of my dad that was the one that I wanted, and I didn't get it. But I've been told that it's because he was too close. Aw, Rocky. I'm sorry. Right, Okie, I agree. Throwing something electrical. Yeah. Yeah. See, I think so too, V. I'm not saying she doesn't have any talent or whatever, but I feel like she lets you get lost. You know what I mean? I feel like her thoughts are going so fast, and she's trying to speak them as fast as they're coming to her. And therefore, there's so much getting lost because she's not taking the time to actually explain it. Oh my gosh, Kat. Wow. Back at you, Val. I'm a Taurus. I've never felt like I fit the Taurus sign though. And my birthday falls right, like I'm the first day of Taurus. Aw, no, see that I believe, Brandy. I do. Oh, really, V? See, I've never, maybe that's partly why I don't believe much in astrology, because I've never felt, really my sign. When my grandma passed, my grandma was deaf. She had, I can't remember, scarlet fever or something. When she was 11, she lost her hearing. And my husband and I got married, like she died like 3 weeks before we got married. And we were married for a year, and we had my son. Well, on my son's first Christmas, we were at my mother's, and we were sitting on the couch just talking or whatever. And clear as day, you couldn't mistake my grandma's voice because she was deaf. So she kind of had that, I don't know how to explain it, but like she kind of talked like this, because of not being able to hear. And I heard clear as day, she said my name. Well, my grandma always said it different too. She only ever called me Danielle, not Danny. And she would say it like Danielle. Like it would take her longer to say it, kind of. I heard her clear as day say my name. And my head like shot and looked right, because it came from right from a corner of the dining room. We were in the living room.
And my mom was like, Danny, are you okay? You look like you saw a ghost. And I was like, I said, no, but I think I heard one. Like, it freaked me out. But that's what I'm saying. When a loved one passes, I always tend to get some sort of vision or something, except for with my dad. And that's the one that I really wanted. I think so too, that babies will be waiting. I agree. Yes, Hugh. Yeah. And because she didn't lose her hearing till she was 11, she did know how to speak. I don't know sign language. My grandma read lips. Oh my gosh, and it used to drive me nuts because, I mean, my mom was an only child. You know, she was raised by her and stuff. But my mom had the hardest time communicating with my grandma. When people read lips, you speak naturally. You speak like you would always speak. But when my mom would speak to her, she would try to like enunciate really, really, really well. And like, she just moved her mouth way more than what you would normally move your mouth to speak. And so my grandma had a horrible time understanding her. I haven't, Chewy. No, Tendies. Do you? I would love to know sign language. Yeah, see, that's how I am, Oki. I'm April 21st, which is the first day of Taurus. And I feel like I'm more like an Aries than a Taurus. But Damon, I say 2 weeks and she'll be ready to go. See, Brandy, for a long, long time, my vision scared me because I always see good. You know, I always get like reassurance that my loved ones have passed on and they're okay, you know. But I'm scared to death of seeing something bad. Morning, Fat Apples. That's awesome, Rocky. ASL was hard for me to learn when I was a beginner because no one else knew it, so I couldn't practice, but I know ASL and reading lips. That's awesome, Brandy. I feel like I don't have the mind to learn other languages, AR, because like I took 2 years of Spanish in school and I don't remember a lick of it. And I remember it was super, super hard for me too. Oh my gosh, how horrible, Hugh. I'm sorry. That's awful. Good morning, Ghost. Oh, that's nice, Rocky. You definitely have like that desire for learning. Like you want to take it all in, AR. I can see that about you. it has to be something I'm really interested in, Annalyn, for me to be able to focus. Yeah, Chewy. See, I don't think I have the mind for another language. I don't know. It's like you have to have a certain kind of mind to take that stuff in and learn it and for it to stick. It just doesn't for me. I think because, like, if you don't understand something, it's hard to focus. And my ADHD just will not let me focus. If I don't understand it, it's like, it's gone. You grew up in a funeral home, you? Aw, Hugh. I would be too, Brandy. Ugh, that's sick, Hugh. Aw. That's an honor, though, Rocky. Damon, I think if this lasts, I think she will have no qualms about kicking Pete's to the curb. But I am glad to see Pete's doing better. I mean, he's doing a lot better with her gone. He's out of his room. He's taking care of the cats, brushing them. He's cooking for himself. I think it's been good for him. Those are mine. It's probably something silly like the mailman or something. My husband's out there. Yeah, that is odd, Rocky. He does, Aunt Janet. Hi, Aunt Janet. He does seem more relaxed and happy. I agree. He didn't even peel the carrot. We have a long-haired miniature dachshund, and then our big dog is 75% American Bulldog and 25% Rottweiler. She did? She usually, see, we are on at a good time, guys. She always seems to post when we're on. Yes, she did. Kuwait Towers Beeze. Are you for real? We're her first view, guys.
Oh, and here's the towers in the distance.
Nice. Can I just say she must not have been watching reaction channels last night, because every reaction channel has commented about why is he showing her sandlots and power towers and and now she does a whole stream Kuwait Towers Beeze. Right, exactly.
There's always a McDonald's somewhere in the world.
And we of course have to see it, right, Chantal? Right, right. 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 Right.
Hello from Kuwait Towers.
Hey guys, welcome to the Kuwait Towers, Kuwait landmark.
Again, look at his body.
So there are
language,
3
guys.
towers. The thin one here is for electricity only. This one here holds up to 1 million gallons of water. So it's a water tank
like
only. And this one is where
All right.
we're gonna go.
Am I the only
We're
one
gonna go
that? Am I the only one that was thinking she was describing her and Salah? This thin one here, and she's literally pointing like by him. That was funny.
this one here, and we're gonna go. There's a bunch of cafes, restaurants, touristy things. We can see all of Kuwait at the very top. Yalla.
Yalla, let's go.
I am so lost. Why is this what they're doing for their honeymoon? Thank you, Aunt Janet. We're glad you're here.
Hey Beezer, so as you can see,
If
it's
she is,
very
she's failing
picture-
them terribly sick. We don't want to see water towers and electrical towers. There's so many beautiful sights there.
Fresque up here. You can gorgeous, gorgeous views. So gorgeous. So right now we are like
I'll just mute it out after
120
the
floors up.
stream AR.
120 floors. The elevator ride was quick though. It was like a few seconds.
But I don't understand why she would do that when these are the only videos she's putting out. Then she's not going to get paid on them. So it really makes no sense.
All moving. All this part is moving.
Yes.
Yes, all.
I would get worried that thing moving like that her dress or whatever would get caught.
Yeah, it's moving slowly. So you can be able to see like around the circle.
Oh, I see. That's cool.
And here we have drinks and some sweets. Caesars. There's ice cream, chocolates.
Exactly.
There's popcorn also, honey. Flush.
It's moving very slowly around the towers.
It does. Yeah, I agree.
Hi, King Beezer. I'm drinking a lemon slush, my favorite lemon. You can put a coin in here and overlook entire Kuwait up close. Hey, where did our drinks go? They're moving on their own.
It's moving around.
Yeah.
Right, cakes?
This is Kuwait City, the capital of Kuwait. All buildings. Then you go right. This one, you can see the tower of the water tank. This one.
Oh, Rocky, that's neat.
Yeah.
This one called Gulf Street.
This street here.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a cafe, restaurant, and there's McDonald's, you can see. And for sure, this the Gulf Sea.
The Gulf Sea. Gorgeous.
And the highest mall, Al Hamra Mall. This one.
That big tall building
Yeah.
there?
Al Hamra Mall.
Alhambra Mall?
Yeah, it's over 200 floors.
What is this?
Yes, Bella.
Like a company only inside.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's a business building.
Business
catch,
building.
Bella.
Not for yeah. Also, there's a mall, by the way.
There's a mall in that?
Yeah, yeah. Like boutiques and restaurants, cafe, everything.
Nice.
You know, Kuwait full of malls.
Yes.
Everywhere. Every 5 inch you move, you will find a mall.
Because in the summer it's so hot in Kuwait that you need somewhere air conditioned to hang out. So you need a whole bunch of malls to hang out in.
Everywhere you will find the AC. In your car, in the work, in house, mall, shops, everywhere there's AC. Without it, we will die all.
How hot does it get in the summer? How many degrees?
Degrees about Celsius, not Fahrenheit. It's more than 60.
60
Yeah.
Celsius.
You can boil the eggs in the street. Yeah, just open the eggs on the street, it will boiling.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And there's a many video tests, they make it in the YouTube. You can figure out.
Wow. So come here only in the winter for me, that's for sure. Honey,
Yes?
I think we should start a new life under the sea. What do you think?
Oh, why not? What a good idea.
Yalla.
Let's get
That didn't
started.
sound rehearsed, did it?
And as you can see, there's a small park over there. There, okay.
Okay.
And this the parking of Kuwait Towers. Those tall buildings is referred for the companies, malls, hospitals, banks, and many business requirements. That tower also, it's special here in Kuwait. We call it here Al Tahrir Tower. Al Tahrir Tower.
Some warm bread. Oh my gosh, that's warm.
He's a good
Oh my gosh.
tour operator. It's not a good actor.
Oh wow.
Ew.
This
Sorry,
fish
that looks gross.
grilled by oil and lemon.
And I can smell spices too.
Yes.
Ooh. Rice and tahina. Yummy.
A palm tree with a beach.
Yeah.
PDA, I heard, is frowned upon, but they are allowed to hold hands, but we have not seen.
What is this?
It's a very nice cafe.
Oh, a cafe. Wow. That very, very nice.
True, true, Stone, I agree. Anything's better than him. Gosh, another with the ring again, really? Oh yeah, all my guys fish, but yeah, I'm not eating the skin and.
What's the name of the mall?
It's called Souk Sharq.
This mall?
Yeah. The mall on the beach.
So gorgeous.
No, I would too. I would do the same.
Subway.
If you had a trip like that,
Healthy
heck yeah.
That's debatable. Oh, that's the entrance of the mall there. Okay.
We continue for the parking.
I could see an animal.
Walking around the beach.
Yeah.
Right, we get it.
You're not a really huge. You don't really love malls and crowds like me, eh? We don't.
Yes,
we don't
exactly.
like that the same.
Yeah. I like the large space.
Yeah.
Only empty space.
Yes.
So I can be able to kidnap someone.
Feel free. We don't.
Yes,
we don't
exactly.
like that the same.
Yeah. I like the large space.
Yeah.
Only empty space.
Yes.
So I can be able to kidnap someone.
Feel free.
Okay.
Can't kidnap the willing.
Done.
I'm trying to get in some walking exercise every day where I can. Hello.
Hello guys.
Ship going into the port.
Right, AR.
On the left there.
About the water, crush the rocks. So this sound, I like it.
It is ASMR.
Right, Jessica?
Yes.
Yes, I agree, Damon. No chemistry.
Alright guys, we're going to end the video here. Thank you for spending the day with us and we'll see you in the next one.
See you next video guys. مع السلامة.
Do we want to watch again?
The Gulf Street. Oh, and here's the towers in the distance.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
I totally agree with Aunt Janet.
There's always a McDonald's somewhere in the world.
And you're going to find it every time. True, Bella.
Hello from Kuwait Towers.
Hey guys! Welcome to the Kuwait Towers, Kuwait landmark. So there are 3 towers. The thin one here is for electricity only.
Oh, there she is.
This one here holds up to 1 million gallons of water.
Bree.
So it's a water tank only.
Good morning,
And this
Bree.
one is where we're gonna go. We're gonna go in this one here. And we're gonna go, there's a bunch of cafes, restaurants, touristy things. We
I
can
know,
see
it's so
all
weird,
of Kuwait
Jessica.
at the very top. Yalla.
Yalla, let's go.
To hear her tell it, they were you. That is really pretty. What was that? Was that a water park down there?
Hey Beezers, so as you can see, it's very picturesque up here. You can, gorgeous, gorgeous views. So gorgeous.
Yes, yeah, Janet, exactly.
So right now we are like
Oh,
120 floors up.
They're
120 floors. The elevator ride was quick though. It was like a few seconds.
You. Yes, me too, Frosty.
It's moving here.
No, this is moving.
All moving. All this part is moving.
This?
Yes, all. Yeah, it's moving slowly. So you can be able to see like around the circle.
I think he's hot, Rolling Stone.
And here we have drinks and
She had said, good morning, Just Jill. She had said that he was going to have a month off because he's switching jobs. I wasn't sure. She didn't really elaborate as far as like when that month was out of the 3 months. So I don't know if he's still working or if he's off now.
some sweets. Caesar. There's ice cream, chocolates. There's popcorn also, honey. Flush.
It's moving very slowly around the towers.
Good morning, Nancy.
Hi, King Beezer. I'm drinking a lemon slush, my favorite lemon. You can put a coin in here and overlook entire Kuwait up close. Hey, where did our drinks go? They're moving on their own.
It's moving around.
Yeah.
This is Kuwait City, the capital of Kuwait. All buildings. Then you go right. This one, you can see the tower of the water tank. This one.
There it
Down.
is. Yeah.
This one called Gulf Street.
This
Okay.
street here.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a cafe, restaurant, and there's McDonald's. You can see. And
I want to
for
see
sure
the water
this,
park down there.
the Gulf Sea.
The Gulf Sea. Gorgeous.
And the highest mall, Al Hamra Mall. This one.
That big tall building
Yeah.
there?
Al Hamra Mall.
Alhambra Mall.
Yeah, it's over 200 floors.
What is in it?
Honey, did you see my ring?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's a business building.
Business building, yeah. Not for yeah. Also, there's a mall, by the way.
There's a mall in that?
Yeah, yeah. Like boutiques and restaurants, cafe, everything.
Nice.
You know, Kuwait full of malls.
Yes.
Everywhere. Every 5 inch you move, you will find a mall.
Because in the summer it's so hot in Kuwait that you need somewhere air conditioned to hang out. So you need a whole bunch of malls to hang out in.
Everywhere you will find the AC. In your car, in the work, in house, mall, shops, everywhere, there's AC. Without it, we will die. Cold.
How hot does it get in the summer? How many degrees?
Degrees about Celsius, not Fahrenheit. It's more than 60.
60
Yeah.
Celsius.
You can boil the eggs in the street. Yeah, just open the eggs on the street. It will be boiling.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And there's
You
many
mean
video
frying?
clips they make it in the YouTube. You can figure out.
Right, exactly,
Wow.
Jill. I agree.
So come here only in the winter for me, that's for sure. Honey,
Yes.
I think we should start a new life under the sea. What do you think?
Oh, why not? What a good idea.
That sounds so
Yellow.
rehearsed.
Let's get started. And as you can see, there's a small park over there. There, okay.
Okay.
And this is the parking of Kuwait Towers.
There was a water park. I
Those
wanna see
tall
the water
buildings
park.
is referred for the companies, malls, hospitals, banks.
Yeah, I watched
and,
Barbie. I don't
many
believe
business
in parks, but it was an interesting
requirements.
stream. I really
That
enjoyed
tower also. It's special here in Kuwait. We call it here
He's not
Al Tahrir Tower. Al Tahrir Tower.
The only reason when because I homeschooled my boys, in 1 year in their science book, there was literally a picture in Arizona of them frying an egg on the blacktop of the street.
Some warm bread. Oh my gosh, that's warm.
It was good stream though, Barbie. I liked the stream. I don't usually go into her lives, but I wandered in there last night and I liked it. Ugh.
Oh wow.
She's like, oh wow, please don't make me eat that. Where's the closest
This
Burger
fish
King?
grilled by oil and lemon.
And I can smell spices too.
Yes.
Ooh. Rice and tahina?
Mm-hmm.
Nope, Barbie, they haven't. We've been saying that. This is the second time we've watched, and we've been saying that.
A palm tree with a beach.
Yeah. What is this?
It's a very nice cafe.
Oh, a cafe. Wow. That very, very nice.
Honey, look at my ring. Exactly, Lewis. It was all in the name of science. That's crazy. I couldn't take that.
What's the name of the mall?
Yeah,
It's
she's
called,
still getting
Soup
members,
Shop.
still getting subs.
This
It's
mall?
Yeah.
ridiculous, Barbie.
The mall on the beach.
But like, I think B said it or AR said it. There's 83 in here. We were the first to view on her video, so at least that's 83 views that they didn't get.
Was there a Subway?
Subway. The healthy restaurant.
Or yellow.
That's debatable. Oh, that's the entrance of the mall there.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it. That's
We
what we're
continue
going to
for the
say you
parking,
when we
and,
enter when we enter chats. Honey, yellow.
Walking around the beach.
Yeah. You're not a really huge. You don't really love malls and crowds like me.
Hi,
We
Erica.
don't like
Exactly.
that the same.
Yeah. I like the large space.
Yeah.
Only empty space.
Yes.
So I can be able to kidnap someone.
Yeah, that was.
Feel free.
That's like when he
Okay.
used the R
Can't
word.
kidnap the willing.
Done.
I'm trying to get in some walking exercise every day where I can. Hello.
Hello guys.
Ship going into the port. On the left there.
No, I totally agree, Chewy.
About the water, crush the rocks. So this sound, I like it.
It is ASMR.
We say we need each other to get through it, Jill.
Take it to another
It's not as scary if there's a bunch of us watching together.
Alright guys, we're going to end the video here. Thank you for spending the day with us and we'll see you in the next one.
See you next video guys. مع السلامة.
The Gulf Street.
Since when does she
Oh, and
like
here's the
crap?
towers in the distance.
Yeah.
She's a
That
huge
makes-
criminal. Why isn't there so much You can't even say it with a straight face. Straight face. I agree, Kate.
always
Barbie.
a McDonald's somewhere in the world.
I think I asked you before, Barbie, were you on Periscope? There was a Trailer Park Barbie that was on Periscope. I don't think they have. There's no, like, chemistry at all there. The one time when she was like, honey, I think we should build a life under the sea or whatever. It sounded so rehearsed. It didn't even sound like a real conversation.
Hello from Kuwait Towers.
Hey guys! Welcome to the Kuwait Towers, Kuwait landmark. So there are 3 towers. The thin one here is for electricity only. This one here holds up to 1 million gallons of water. So it's a water tank only. And this one is where we're going to go. We're going to go in this one here. And we're going to go, there's a bunch of cafes, restaurants, touristy things. We can see all of Kuwait at the very top.
I was Curvy Cutie.
Yalla, let's go.
On Periscope. No, they don't now. They don't. There's like no chemistry whatsoever. I think so, okay? Didn't that sound so rehearsed? Yeah. That'll be the story. There's the water park. Why doesn't she zoom in on that? That's the only thing I want to see.
Hey Beezers, so as you can see, it's very
Thank you,
picturesque
Nancy.
up here. You can,
Thanks for hanging out with
gorgeous
us.
views. So gorgeous.
Good morning, Hazard.
So right now we are like 120 floors up.
Oh, plug, I didn't even see you come in. Good morning, plug.
The elevator ride was quick though. It was like a few seconds.
It's moving
if it's
here.
for a TV show, I don't know why they would pay them, because that was horrible, horrible acting, Erica.
No, this is moving.
All moving. All this part is moving.
This?
Yes, all.
I think she looks like she's been sweating her Fupa balls off.
Yeah, it's moving slowly. So you can be able to see
I do hate
like around the circle. And here we have drinks and
I hope she becomes a
some
sweets just next.
Caesar. There's ice cream, chocolates. There's popcorn also, honey.
That was his sly way of saying,
Flush.
why don't you get some popcorn instead of sugar?
It's moving very slowly around the towers.
Thank you, Damon.
Hi, King Beezer. I'm drinking a lemon slush, my favorite lemon.
That would be nice. I'd be happy for her to see that, Erica.
You can put a coin in here and overlook entire Kuwait.
Well, we are talking about the woman that thought that she could just go and have her fupa surgically removed. She didn't have to lose the weight. She just had to have the fupa cut off. And same with her arms. For the arm bees wiggle, all she really needs to do is go have them cut off her arm fat.
Close. Hey, where did our drinks go? They're moving on their own.
Exactly.
It's moving around.
Yeah.
This is Kuwait City.
I know,
The capital of Kuwait.
Why
All
would you
buildings.
choose black?
Then you go right. This one.
Because she wants to appear
You can see
slimmer.
the tower of the water tank. This one.
There it is. Yeah.
This one called Gulf Street.
This
Okay.
street here.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a cafe, restaurant, and there's McDonald's. You can see. And for sure, this the Gulf Sea.
The Gulf Sea. Gorgeous.
And the highest mall, Al Hamra Mall. This one.
That big
Right,
tall building.
yeah.
there?
Boys,
Alhambra
right,
Mall.
yep.
Alhambra Mall.
Good morning.
It's over 200 floors.
What is in it?
Like a company sold inside.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's a business building.
Business
Well,
building.
some things never
Not for,
change, right?
Yeah, also there's a mall, by the way.
There's a mall in that?
Yeah, yeah. Like boutiques and restaurants, cafe, everything.
Nice.
You know, Kuwait full of malls.
Yes.
Everywhere. Every 5 inch you move, you will find a mall.
Because in the summer it's so hot in Kuwait that you need somewhere air conditioned to hang out. So you need a whole bunch of malls to hang out in.
Everywhere you will find the AC. In your car,
Tags.
in the work. in
Kuwait
house,
travel,
mall,
Kuwait
shops,
Towers,
everywhere,
Canadian
there's
travels
AC.
to the Middle East,
Without it,
Middle
we will
East
die.
travel,
Cold.
all countries,
How
fat
hot does it get
travel,
in the summer?
newlyweds,
What-
just
how many
married,
degrees?
beach
Degrees
club,
about Celsius, not Fahrenheit.
ASMR,
It's more
Chantal
than
loves
60.
Sola,
60
Chantal
Celsius.
loves
You can boil
Sola,
the eggs in the street.
haters can kiss it,
Yeah, just
travel
open the eggs
vlog,
on the street,
travel
it will
couples,
boiling.
oh my
Oh my
gosh,
gosh.
Yeah.
haters can
And
kiss
there's
it,
a many
Chantal
video
loves
tests, they
Sola,
make it in the YouTube. You can figure out.
Canadian travels to Middle
Wow.
East.
So come here only in the winter for me, that's for sure. Honey,
Yes?
So
I think
what's
we
that
should
mean
start
for
a
the
new
rest
life
of the
under the
year?
sea. What do you think?
Oh, why not? What a good idea.
Yalla.
Let's get started. And as you can see, there's a small park over there. There, okay.
Okay.
And this the parking of Kuwait Towers. Those tall buildings is referred for the companies, malls, hospitals, banks, and many business requirements. That tower also, it's special here in Kuwait. We call it here Al Tahrir Tower. Al Tahrir Tower.
Look, they stand so far away from each other. Ugh.
Some warm bread. Oh my gosh, that's warm. Oh my gosh.
That's how old mine is too.
Oh wow.
This fish grilled by oil and lemon.
And I can smell spices too.
Yes.
Ooh. Rice and tahina. Yummy.
A palm tree
You know
with
she's
a
mad that she has brown rice
Yeah.
and not white. They probably stopped at Burger King on the way back here.
What is this?
it's a very nice cafe.
Oh, a cafe. Wow. That
Good
very,
morning,
very
JB.
nice.
Oh, did I miss a sub? Thank you, Hasher Brown. Welcome.
called Souk Sharq.
This mall?
Yeah. The mall on the beach.
The part that got me the most was when she says, let's build a life under the sea. It was like so awkward and just, it was definitely planned. But it was so awkward.
So gorgeous.
Brandy. And takes the cats with them, Brandy.
Subway.
Or I mean,
A healthy restaurant.
That's debatable. Oh, that's the entrance of the mall there.
Yeah.
Okay.
We continue for the parking and walking around the beach.
Yeah. You're not a really huge. You don't really love malls and crowds like me, eh? We don't
exactly.
like that the same.
Yeah.
Oh, but I thought she was going to live
like
in the
the
mall.
large
Remember, guys, 'cause
space.
all the
Yeah.
malls are
Only
air
empty
conditioned.
space.
Yes.
So I can be able to kidnap someone.
Feel free.
Okay.
Can't kidnap the willing.
Done.
I'm trying to get in some walking exercise every day where I can. Hello.
Hello guys.
Ship going into the port. On the left there.
Or the water crushed the rocks. So this sound, I like it.
It is ASMR.
Now you're funny.
Let's take you to another world.
Yes.
I could have done better, but I'm sending this.
Alright guys, we're going to end the video here. Thank you for spending the day with us, and we'll see you in the next one.
See you next video guys. مع السلامة.
All right. I think that's the last time we'll play it. She hates malls because of the crowds and the walking. But before she left, remember she acted like, oh, it was, you know, it'll be fine. The heat will be fine. All the malls are air conditioned, guys. And here he is taking her out into the desert and stuff. To be the real foodie farting beauty. Me too. I'll smoke one for you. Good morning, Daniel. Yeah, right, Daniel? She's got who's it's and what's it's. Trash bags and boxes galore. It is embarrassing. I agree. Under the sea. Under the sea. Down where he's drifting. Down where she's sweating. Yalla, baby. I feel like he's taking her on walks like a pet. Me too, Brandy. Yes, I hate when fall comes. You have to start wearing socks and regular shoes and pants. Much rather have summer. Yep, if I see water, I'm getting my feet wet. Same. I think he's the one filming because he's so tall. If she films, she has to like look the camera up at him. I mean, he's way, way taller than her. Like almost, what? Almost a foot? No, that was so funny, AR. All right, guys, I think I'm going to end it here. You know the drill. I will see you guys tomorrow morning at 7:30. I'm not touching anything in my Streamlabs so that everything works tomorrow. I get so frustrated when it doesn't. Yeah, no, she didn't. She didn't show the wedding. No. I don't know, V. Yeah, it's all very sus. Right, Texas. Oh, that's true too. Yeah, Kat. If he filmed her from under the fupa. Oh, that's okay, Trailer Park Barbie. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Okay, thank you all very, very much. Erwin, AR, V, Plug, all my mods. I love you. I appreciate you. And I wouldn't be able to do this without you guys. Thank you to all my members. Thank you to all my subscribers. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. I will see you tomorrow morning.